The same weight, I think, in core. Just hold them up, please. Okay. Like for a bit.
Have you ever walked into a gym and seen something that completely shattered your expectations? Imagine this. A cleaner, wearing simple work clothes, casually picks up a bar loaded with 350 kilograms, more than the biggest, most muscular bodybuilder in the room could manage? That's exactly what unfolded in the viral clip titled "Bodybuilder Never Recovered After Cleaner's 350 kg Lift." Within hours, the video exploded across social media. Millions watched in disbelief. Comment sections turned into digital battlegrounds. Some swore it was 100% real, while others dismissed it as a clever setup or special effects. But amid all the noise, one question echoed louder than the clanging of weights. Who is Anatoly? This mysterious man, part prankster, part powerhouse, has become one of the most confusing, fascinating, and talked about figures in modern gym culture. Is he a genuine strength phenomenon, or a master of illusion playing the internet like a perfectly executed set? Today we're diving into the story behind the legend, the cleaner who broke the internet and rewrote the rules of strength, humility, and viral fame. The scene opens like any other day at the gym. The air hums with the metallic clink of weights and the steady rhythm of treadmills. In the background, a cleaner moves quietly, mop in hand, gliding across the floor without drawing a single glance. Meanwhile, a bodybuilder stands before the mirror, admiring his reflection, flexing under the bright fluorescent lights. The room is full of energy, but no one notices the janitor. Not yet. Then, something changes. The cleaner sets his mop aside and walks toward the deadlift platform. Conversations fade, music blurs. All eyes follow him as he grips the bar, a monstrous 350 kilograms of steel, over 770 pounds of raw resistance. And with terrifying ease, he lifts it. No struggle, no hesitation. The bar rises as if gravity itself had given up. The gym erupts, gasps, shouts, phones out. The cleaner stands tall, calm, almost indifferent. Then across the screen, bold letters appear. Bodybuilder never recovered. But here's the real question. Did it truly happen that way? Or was there more behind the legend of the world's strongest cleaner? Anatoly isn't just a cleaner. He's a powerlifter, a prankster, and above all, a mastermind of virality. His true identity remains wrapped in mystery. No confirmed name, no verified background, no clear origin story. Yet his online presence speaks louder than any biography ever could. On YouTube, TikTok, and across social media, Anatoly has built a digital empire around one irresistible idea: the underdog who exposes the arrogant and humbles the mighty. He slips into his roles with theatrical precision, sometimes as a frail old man, sometimes as a quiet janitor, and other times as a delivery guy nobody notices. But the moment he steps onto the lifting platform, everything changes. The crowd that once ignored him becomes silent witnesses to the impossible. He grips the bar, unleashes astonishing power, and shatters every assumption in the room. Each video follows his now legendary formula: a calm setup, a brutal dose of humiliation for the overconfident, and a wave of disbelief that floods the internet. The audience laughs, gasps, and replays the moment over and over because Anatoly doesn't just lift weights, he lifts expectations, flips ego, and turns humility into spectacle. Anatoly's real secret isn't just strength, it's psychology. Behind the mop and the worn-out clothes hides a mind that understands human behavior as deeply as he understands the mechanics of a deadlift. He knows that before the barbell even leaves the ground, he's already won. because he's playing a game few people realize they're in. By pretending to be weak, Anatoly taps into one of the oldest and most dangerous human biases, the tendency to judge power by appearance. We're wired to make instant assumptions. We see muscles and think strong. We see wrinkles, overalls, or a janitor's cart and think harmless. That's the trap Anatoly sets every time. When the cleaner steps up to the platform, the audience isn't expecting a miracle, they're expecting failure. You can almost feel the smug smiles, the whispered jokes, the casual glances that say, "This will be funny." And then, with calm precision, Anatoly grabs the bar. There's no hype, no screaming, no fancy gym outfit, just quiet focus. And suddenly, he lifts it. 350 kilograms rise off the floor as if gravity itself took a break. In that instant, the room transforms. The same people who laughed are now wide-eyed, frozen, unable to process what they've just seen. The silence is heavier than the weight on the bar. It's the sound of shattered assumptions, of egos collapsing under something far greater than muscle: truth. And that's the beauty of Anatoly's genius. His content isn't just about physical power, it's about emotional transformation. Each video takes viewers on a journey: first humor, then doubt, then pure shock. That emotional flip from laughter to awe, from condescension to admiration, is what fuels millions of views. It's not random virality, it's engineered storytelling. Anatoly crafts moments that hit us where we least expect: our pride, our judgment, our sense of certainty. He reminds us how easily we can underestimate others and how quickly reality can humble us. Viewers don't just watch his videos, they feel them. They see themselves in the crowd, laughing one moment, speechless the next. Because what Anatoly is doing isn't a prank in the traditional sense. It's performance art disguised as comedy. It's storytelling through deception, drama through humility, and wisdom through strength. Every gotcha moment carries a quiet message. Never underestimate the people who look ordinary. They might be stronger than everyone in the room. But let's be honest, 350 kilograms isn't just heavy, it's monstrous. That's the kind of weight only elite, world-class lifters, people who train for years under strict supervision and perfect technique, can even dream of moving. For an average person, that number isn't just impressive, it's almost inhuman. So the question naturally arises, is Anatoly really lifting it? Could this mysterious cleaner truly possess the strength to rival the world's best? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? As the video spread across the internet, so did the debates. Seasoned lifters, coaches, and biomechanics experts began dissecting every frame. They slowed the footage down, zoomed in on the plates, the barbell, the angle of the lift. And some noticed things that didn't quite add up. Plates that looked slightly off, bars that didn't bend the way they should under that much stress, sound effects that seemed a little too perfect. To them, the evidence was clear. Something was off. The flex of the bar, the sound of the metal, the smoothness of the movement. It all pointed to clever editing or custom-made props. To them, Anatoly wasn't defying physics. He was playing with perception. But not everyone agreed. Others, including experienced powerlifters, argued the opposite. They saw in his movement something only a real lifter could replicate: the steady breathing before the pull, the tension in the core, the precise coordination between back, hips, and legs. Those details, they said, can't be faked. You can edit sound, you can change lighting, but you can't fabricate the kind of body control that comes from years under the bar. So perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Maybe Anatoly isn't a superhuman, but he isn't a fraud either. Maybe it's part reality, part illusion, a mix of genuine skill and cinematic showmanship. After all, that's what makes his videos so powerful. They live in that gray zone between disbelief and possibility, where logic wrestles with wonder. And in that space, Anatoly reigns supreme. Online forums are divided, and the debates never seem to end. Scroll through the comment sections and you'll find two camps locked in endless argument. On one side are the believers, the fans who call him the strongest cleaner alive, a modern-day folk hero who proves that greatness can come from anywhere. They share his clips with captions like, "Never judge a book by its cover," or "Strength is silent until it's tested." To them, Anatoly isn't just lifting weight, he's lifting the human spirit. On the other side stand the skeptics. They label him a YouTube magician, a trickster who uses camera angles, clever editing, and staged reactions to craft an illusion of impossible strength. They break down every pixel of his videos, trying to expose the secret behind the spectacle. For them, Anatoly isn't a hero, he's an entertainer, manipulating perception for clicks. But despite the arguments, there's one truth both sides can't deny. Anatoly knows how to perform. He understands the language of the internet, the rhythm of suspense, the payoff of surprise, the delicate balance between credibility and shock. Every scene is a masterclass in timing. He blends showmanship, cinematic editing, and raw charisma into a perfect storm that the algorithm can't resist. His expressions, his pauses, even the way he wipes the floor before approaching the bar, it's all deliberate, all part of the act. And maybe that's the real magic. He doesn't need the lift to be 100% real for it to feel real. The authenticity isn't in the steel, it's in the emotion. The disbelief, the laughter, the awe. That's what people remember. Anatoly doesn't just trick the eye. He captivates the mind. He reminds us that in the age of viral fame, the greatest power isn't always brute strength. It's the ability to make millions believe, if only for a moment. The phrase "never recovered" doesn't literally mean the bodybuilder got injured or hurt his back. It's something deeper. It's symbolic. It speaks to the kind of pain that can't be seen on an X-ray, the quiet sting of wounded pride. In the world of bodybuilding and gym culture, strength isn't just physical, it's personal. It's an identity, a badge of honor, a way of saying, "This is who I am." Every rep, every flex, every drop of sweat is proof of discipline and dominance. The body becomes more than flesh. It becomes reputation. So when a nobody, a cleaner, an old man, or a delivery worker walks in and effortlessly outlifts you, it does more than shock the room. It shatters hierarchy. It flips the unspoken order of the gym upside down. The one who was invisible suddenly becomes unstoppable, while the one who once owned the spotlight is left questioning everything. The bruise isn't on the biceps, it's on the ego. That's what makes Anatoly's videos hit so hard. They're not just entertaining clips of surprise lifts, they're psychological mirrors. They expose how fragile confidence can be when it's built solely on appearances. The strongest person in the room might not be the one with the biggest muscles, but the one who doesn't need to prove anything. Every time Anatoly pulls that bar off the ground, he's doing more than a lift. He's lifting a truth we often ignore. Real strength doesn't shout. It doesn't flex. It reveals itself quietly when no one expects it. It's simple, really. We love watching reality flip on its head. The moment when the weak become strong and the arrogant get humbled, it taps into something primal in all of us. It's justice, comedy, and wonder, all rolled into one. And Anatoly? He's mastered that formula like an artist. He's not just lifting weights, he's lifting emotions. Every bar he pulls from the ground carries more than iron. It carries shock, laughter, disbelief, and inspiration. That's why his videos don't just go viral once, they keep coming back, generation after generation, of viewers rediscovering the same electric thrill. So, was the legendary 350-kilogram lift real? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's undeniable, the reaction was absolutely real. The faces, the gasps, the phones whipping out to record history in the making. None of that was staged. That's the power of Anatoly's genius. He transformed a mop, a disguise, and a barbell into a global stage where strength meets storytelling and truth meets illusion. In the end, maybe the heaviest thing Anatoly ever lifted wasn't the weight on the bar. It was the collective emotion of millions of people watching, feeling, and questioning what they believe about strength, pride, and perception. And that, more than any number on the plates, might just be the strongest lift of all. Comment below. Do you think Anatoly's 350 kg lift was real? Or the ultimate gym illusion? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more hidden stories behind viral legends, the truth, the mystery, and the psychology that makes the internet stop and stare.